Hi, I'm Peter, and this is a quick addendum to what's going on with me as far as things I've gotten lately, as my ouch my wallet, as well as my input on the Better Late Than Never segment of the most recent episode of TFYLP. So I've got a pile of mail here that I haven't gone through yet. Some of them I've opened just to look, but haven't actually gone through it yet. So this is my Better Late Than Never input. So let's get started. Alright, got a box. This one I've already cracked. My objective when I'm collecting, whether it's Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, Masters of the Universe, whatever, is I want everything. I want everything now. But I don't always get everything now. So sometimes it's better late than never. This is a Magnaboss, completely unused. Tape sealed on one side, tape cracked on the other side, unfortunately, but 100% mint, unused, beautiful. Big fan of Beast Wars in general, and I'm happy to add this guy to my collection. So we will put him right over here and move on to the next thing. I'll save that one for later. Let's see what this is. This looks like magic. Oh, this is my storage unit. This is where I keep a good chunk of my stuff. Not everything, but until I have more space, this is unfortunately where everything has to live, in these delightful bins. Ooh. Alright, this one's fun. This is definitely a contender for my best Better Late Than Never piece for this little segment here. It is nicely wrapped, so that's good. Without further ado, a Generation 2 long missile variant sideswipe. Generation 2 had these little clamshells that sometimes yellowed easily. This one's got a little bit of discoloration. It's not too bad, but I've seen better. I've seen much worse. But Sideswipe and Jazz each had two missile lengths. Ones that in the package the giveaway is, do they go above the circle here, or do they go just below the circle? These go up above the circle, so this is the long missile variant. So I still need a short missile variant, and if I ever get an opportunity to replace this guy with a figure that's in a nice clear clamshell, then I'll take that opportunity. But in the meantime, he is a fun addition to the collection, and I'm happy to receive him. Better late than never. Alright, what's next? These are special pieces. I won't give away what they are. They're going to need to be put on hold for a future time. What are you? This one has the word Transformer scrawled on the box here, so I don't remember which one this is, who it's from, whatever. I typically let my boxes pile up for about a month or so before I get into them. So it's kind of like a surprise every month as to what it is I'm receiving and what it is I've purchased. So This is, oh, kind of an addendum to the piece we just looked at, the Gen 2 Sideswipe. This is a Generation 2 Jazz, and this one is the short missile variant. It's a little bit dusty. There's a little ding here, but the bubble is nice and clear. The original retail sticker is on there, $14.99, and again, the missiles, this is the short missile variant. I already have the long missile variant buried in my Gen 2 totes. So this one, the missiles come below this little circle here. Sorry, I've got a band-aid. I cut myself at work. But yeah, nice, clean, nice and white Jazz. Nice clear bubble. This is a really nice piece. And again, happy to add him to my collection. Better late than never. Now, saying better late than never on these packaged Generation 2 figures, I have to clarify that I have all the Generation 2 normal retail figures, but I opened all of them back in my youth. So getting them sealed is something that I've been chasing for a while, and I've really lit a fire under the Gen 2 kill list so that I can kind of get that done, so that I can spend those monies on things that are a little bit more daring. So in the vein of Generation 2, any one of the unreleased things, the unreleased GoBots, ATV Megatron, that's my personal grail, the Sergeant Hound, General Optimus Prime, the weird Gen 2 Combat Hero Megatron, any of those, I'm going to start chasing that stuff as they become available. So, yeah. But knocking out Jazz and his ilk is good progress. Alright, this one is from Oklahoma. Let's see. So this one is it's a Beast Wars figure, and I am a big fan of Beast Wars. A lot of people never came around during Gen 2, and then when Beast Wars came out, certainly didn't come around to Beast Wars for a while. I'll admit that it took me about 6 months between the Generation 2 and Beast Wars changeover for me to get fully on board and get behind these figures, but once I was on, it was on. This is a figure that I have loose, but it's good to see it packaged. This is Cheetor. This is Cheetor with the round blister. Cheetor, this mold of Cheetor was released in a Rocky blister, which was kind of textured all the way around, with blue eyes, and then he was released in this round one. This is the first round blister released with the red eyes, and then there was a second round blister released like this, but he had green eyes, and I believe Cheetor was facing the opposite direction. There's a little bit of rough spot on the sticker here. There's a decal on the front, but those eyes, I don't know if you can see, they're just little red eyes, just right in here, on the Cheetah mode. And then they also redecoed this for the Fox Kids repaint in 1999 or so, when Beast Wars got picked up for the afternoon Fox Kids rotation. It was the same time that Beast Machine started running in first run Saturday morning on Fox Kids. So yeah, pretty cool. So now I have Rock Blister Cheetor, Green Eyes Brown Bubble Cheetor, and Red Brown Bubble Cheetor, and the Fox Kids one too. So, and I think they released this in the 10th anniversary mold, or the 10th anniversary release. I have that one too. So anyway, lots of Cheetors. Nice to add them to the collection. Better late than never. This one's fun. I'm going to save that toward the end. This one is a Generation 1 piece. I know that. It's from Ladder G1, but it's a really fun character and a really fun piece. One of my personal favorites from this subline, and pretty uncommon in the box. Ooh, nice and heavy. Pretty uncommon in the box, and this box is completely uncut. the toy inside is slightly used, from what I recall, and it's stuffed with little styrofoam popcorn, so we won't mess with that. Close it up real quick so I can get a good shot. This is Gut Cruncher with his what do you call it? The Stratatronic jet. The jet transforms into a little tank thingy with another little small scout car thingy. Gut Cruncher was a fun guy. I don't know. He didn't have a transforming release earlier in the line. Earlier in Generation 1, he was a first starter in Action Masters, and he was not one that I picked up during the initial run. I picked up the Megatron, Action Master Megatron, at that point, and Starscream and Soundwave and Shockwave and Treadshot and a whole bunch of the other single packs and the smaller box guys, but as far as the bigger box guys, I only got Megatron. So yeah, so I got Gut Cruncher in the box. I've had him loose for years, for probably 20, I got him in the mid-90s. The only hard thing getting him loose in the 90s, mid-90s, late 90s was a little seat. The seat right here on the box, it comes off, and it doesn't get classified, at that point, didn't get classified as a Transformers piece very often, so it was hard to find, hard to track down. I finally tracked it down at one of the Transcon shows at either Chicago in '97 or Toledo in '98. I was glad to get it, glad to complete the piece, and yeah, glad to get this one. All right, moving on. Nothing else in there. Lots of popcorn. This I won in a contest, and these are not Transformers. So one of the next lines that I'm planning on as my more modern-ish Transformer sublines close up, once I finish up with sealed samples of Armada, Energon, Cybertron, Classics, and all that stuff, I'm pretty much done with all of those. I'm going to be moving on to this with a lot of vigor. These are a couple of Machine Robo pieces. These are the Winner Robo, I believe. Fun Winner Robo because I won them. They are Machine Robo guys from the, I want to say from the late Revenge of Kronos era, so that's 1986-ish. And they are ugly little dudes, but beautiful in how ugly they are. They, two little funny car dragster looking things, drag racers, and they've got little pullback motors, and they turn into, well, these are stylized depictions of how they look. And then the actual toys are shown in the top left corners here, or top right corner rather, on the back here. And these are just gorgeous boxes, gorgeous little toys. And as of right now, until I get a triple gem, these are the crown jewels of my Machine Robo collection. Battle Team, Machine Robo Wheelman. So yeah. So yeah, anyway, the names are fun too. This is Drug Sam and Hot Rod Joe. So those are pretty remarkable little dudes, and I am super glad to add those to my collection. Again, if anyone has a triple gem to sell, I've got about $500 for you. So shipping label, shout out, keep that too. And onto a couple things over here. This, I have a, oh no, don't drop everything. Try not to do that. Don't drop anything. So I have a monthly quota that I have to get. Masterpiece, G.I. Joe, one Masters of the Universe Classics figure, and then a certain amount of vintage and a certain amount of modern Transformers, whether I'm chasing retail stuff or just going after older stuff for fun. And this is my quota, better late than never, for my Masterpiece for February of this year. And I picked up the coin when it was new, but I didn't pick up the figure itself. I don't know why. I had other things I was chasing at that point. Probably some Bape MP10 or something that I picked up instead of this. But I finally got him. He was on sale at an online retailer, and I got him for 99 bucks, so that's 50 bucks off of his original retail price. Super happy to add him. Super happy to get him. I use Fans Toys Quake Wave as my display Shockwave right now, so this guy is going to stay sealed for the time being. But again, happy to add him to my collection. Better late than never. him in there, place him off to the side. And this one was a surprise. I was not expecting to buy this, but I was glad that it became available. I got it from a friend, and got a good deal on it, and super happy, as I am with everything, to add it to my collection. And it is very nicely wrapped. So we gotta dig in a little bit more. Gotta be careful with these razor blades. Don't want to cut too deeply, but you know, want to get through the packaging that you're trying to get through. And these double wrapped. Arg! This is one that, it's another masterpiece. It's one that I'll definitely be opening, just not right now. Maybe I can find an open one so I can keep this guy sealed. He's still tape sealed both sides. But yeah, it's primal. So Beast Convoy, or whatever you want to call him. And there he is. That's that. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much a catch up on my Ouch My Wallet, my Better Late Than Never entry, and what I've got going on in my ridiculous storage unit. So I'm Peter, I'm a dude in a storage unit, and that's about it for me. Forever Destron.